Bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk.
Seku Sherry say,
Liberia is in the border, Liberia. It is a doctor. Bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk. Liberia, listen to the voice of Liberia. It is time to talk. Bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry say, Liberia, it is time to talk. Bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry Liberia, listen to the voice of Liberia. It is time to talk. Bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to
Seku Sherry say,
Liberia, listen to the voice of Liberia. It is time to talk. Bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk. Labra, secretary coming to talk. Good information. Information in talking and education. Secretary coming to talk. Bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk. Labira, listen to the father, Labira. It is time to talk. Bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk. Liberia, listen to the voice of Liberia. It is time to talk. Bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk. Liberia, listen to the voice of Liberia. It is time to talk. Bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk. Liberia, this is the voice of Liberia. It is time to talk. Bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk. From Monday to Friday, Lord. From Monday to Friday, Lord. Seku charité. It is time to talk, bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk. Labira, listen to the voice of Labira. It is time to talk, bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk. Liberia, listen to the voice of Liberia. It is time to talk, bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk. Liberia, listen to the voice of Liberia. It is time to talk, bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk. Liberia, listen to the voice of Liberia. It is time to talk, bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk. Liberia, listen to the voice of Liberia. It is time to talk, bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk. Liberia, listen to the voice of Liberia. It is time to talk, bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk. Liberia, listen to the voice of Liberia. It is time to talk, bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk. Liberia, Seku Sherry coming to talk. Into information and education. Seku Sherry coming to talk. Liberia, Seku Sherry coming to talk. Good information, entertainment and education. Seku Sherry coming to talk. Liberia, listen to the voice of Liberia. It is time to talk, bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk. From Monday to Friday, Liberia. Seku Sherry coming to talk. From Monday to Friday, Liberia. Seku Sherry coming to talk. From Monday to Friday, Liberia. Seku Sherry coming.
Somebody
making sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk.
Seku Sherry say.
Liberia, listen to the voice of Liberia. It is time to talk. Making sense.
And yes, indeed, no matter what knocks you down in life, never give up. Great blessings are the results of great perseverance. Integrity gives you freedom because you have nothing to fear since you have nothing to hide. No matter how educated, talented you are, how you treat people ultimately tells all. Integrity is everything we've got. Hate don't exist. It is just insecurity and weak people who don't care. And so they say and do all kinds of things just to hurt you. Instead of them applauding you for your strength, they weaken you with words. And this is what I say to them. I call them noise makers. Because anything you say or do against anyone, the God we serve, Almighty Allah, is watching and definitely is our protector. Good evening and welcome to Issues of Today on Voice of Liberia 104.1. Today is the 11th of May 2023 and we have a few more months to elections in Liberia. And today I want to remind you of the prophecy made on July 3rd, 1983 by Mother Dukley. When she once prophesied and said, President Weir is the chosen one, Joe will be overthrown and there will be bloodshed. A tyrannical leader will come from the north but will be booted out. There will be bloodshed and massive destruction, more than the first one. A woman will succeed him. There will be hardship during her regime after her leadership. A leader will emerge from the south. He will be overlooked and condemned, but will be loved by the ordinary people. It is under him that the country will prosper. People will wonder whether there has ever been a civil war in Liberia. The generation that will witness his presidency will prosper. They will enjoy the land. He will be God's choice, and after him, there will be no war in Liberia. Liberia will forever be prosperous. And she said, and I quote, I may not be around to see it, but God has told me, and his words never fail. Mother Dukley. Good evening, folks, and welcome to today's edition of the program Issues of Today, here at the Voice of Liberia 104.1. My name is Sekou. I'm Sekou Sharif. And inshallah, with the blessing of my parents, my mother, my father, will take you up to 6 o'clock And all the difficulties will have solutions. No matter what we've got to face, we give all to Allah. Welcome to today's edition. Today happens to be the 11th of May 2023, and we are here tonight. We want to sincerely apologize. On yesterday, we could not end the show because of some electrical problem, but we are back, and I can promise you, if all goes well, we will be here up to 9 o'clock tonight, doing what we love to do best for our country, Liberia. And so, you need to stick and still as we all converge today to talk about the issues that matter and important issues, by the way. Good evening. If you're just joining us, today is the very first time of joining the show. I want to say thank you. Inform someone else to listen as well. And usually we converge here to talk about all of the important issues in the country. Yes, we talk about all of the important issues. And today we are back here. Let me say this again. We want to sincerely apologize. You know, at times it is not our doing, but because it is something beyond our control. Sometimes you will see us live and we go off abruptly. It is because the electricity, using LEC, it is something very difficult in Liberia. So at times they don't serve you, even though you get what you need to get. And I can remember the other time the LEC people came here, they said, we are the only radio station in Monrovia. I think we purchasing our LEC much better. We are not involved into any other thing, but it is not stable. And we've been facing serious problems with our generators, and to the extent it has caused lots of damages for us. And so yeah, we are. We ready now. We hope that this will be better with what our technicians we've been working since day. Oh God, I want to say thank you to all of our technicians. They've been here making all efforts, and I want to say thank you very much. Get the tech that gotta bring the Simpson. Something is being sent to him. I want to see it. So I want to say thank you to each and every one of you. But yeah, we are tonight. We need to do the Liberian people job. And we've come again to do it. On yesterday, the start of this week, we've been into lots of issues. So we are here again. What's happening? I'm told the political activities is getting much more serious. It's getting much more serious. It's getting much more serious. So I want you people to share the live, invite other people to join us as we go ahead on this presentation. We want you to invite other people on the live so that they can join us, so we can discuss the issues. And so on today, we will continue to talk about what we started. And we have much more important things to tell you, the Liberian people. Like I said, we have reasons to give you, and to not take Ambassador Joseph Newman Boaka, the the political leader of the Unity Party, serious in terms of what he says, because all of the problems Liberia faced. Tell Sonny Boy to come. All of the problems Liberia faced today, people like Joseph Newman Boaka, people like Joseph Newman Boaka are the problems because of there's a message has been sent to that phone. Yeah, I need a message. And so invite someone, like I said, to listen. We're about to start the show. All important. It's very, very important. All important. Oh, I want to see something. I'm trying to lay my hands on our. Okay. Is it? Okay, let me get it. Folks, I need to get something. I'm trying to open the entire document here for what we've investigated about Joe Boaka, so that you can okay, let me see if I have it. Okay. Oh, okay, continuing. Okay, I should be having it now. Okay, folks. So, like the other time we said, Ambassador Boaka, if one will come and say this country is been faced with lots of problems. People like Ambassador Boaka should not be the one saying all these things, because all the things that have continued to happen in Liberia, Ambassador Boaka has been one of the persons that have created all of the problems we continue to experience in the country. Right? So when people like Ambassador Boaka will come up and then they say, oh, the country has not done, the government has not done well, and someone will want to ask and say, why will people like Ambassador Boaka, in fact, come up and say these things, even though he himself has done more harm than good? So today, we're going to discuss two important issues. One is telling you Liberians, because as we move towards elections, there will be lots of things, rhetorics coming from the opposition. I want to go to where you can have that document there and go directly to the portion of the vice president, right? So we'll get it from here. So we will be letting you know, and also the likes of Senator Prince Johnson. On yesterday, we said it, and we want to say it again today. We don't mean any harm to anyone, but we're interested to know that what we do here, we do them without fear or favor. But if anyone think that they will use the means to intimidate, we will not be intimidated. We have in our possession message and also our of video recording in our possession. And so, in our possession, we will also let you Liberians to know about it and what has transpired. I'm trying to set this better for our viewers. Okay, I think it's much better. Just allow it be. Let me see how it is. Okay. Yes, it's okay. So, because of what we do here, some people don't like it and some people like it. So, most of you, when I say to you that most of the problems that the country faces today, people like Ambassador Joseph Nyoma Boaka, they are part of the problems. And then you want to ask, how is it? Why will you say such? And it's just simple. Very simple. We're going to let you know. Ambassador Joseph Nyoma Boaka had served this country for 12 years as vice president. So when you're serving as vice president, the vice president position is one of the major positions in Liberia that a government, any government, will rely on to do the needful. And so you have Ambassador Boaka, who served as vice president for 12 years. He enjoyed all of Vice President should have. But yesterday, he wants to accept the good side of it when it comes to the vice presidency, but he doesn't want to accept the bad side of what he has done to our country. And then people will think that, oh, yeah, you don't like the man. So let me tell you how it works. I will give you understanding of the national budget. And I'll give you years, right, of it. And also, I will explain to you, today we're going to do teaching. In a sense that you need to know about some of these things, because sometimes the politicians will come to you and say, oh, yeah, this is the problem and this is the problem, even though they are the ones that have created the problems in the country. Ambassador Boaka has been vice president for 12 years, like every one of us, we are aware. And the vice presidency is a very, very serious area where you have the vice president of the country. The Liberian Constitution mandates the vice president to assist the president in discharge of state functions. So there's nothing into that says the vice president is just a ceremonial position. No. The Constitution of the country gives that power to the vice president to assist the president. That's the reason why you see, before you ask anyone to be your vice president, there should be someone that you know that have the same mindset of you. Because you cannot take someone that has different mindset of a governance of the country and make them the vice president. So that's the reason why it is very clear to a point that you understand the function of the vice president is as so important to the government. So I'm trying to bring something to your attention. I'm trying to make you to understand that most of the problems today in the country, most of the things today in the country, they were problems, they were things that were created by people like Joseph Newman Boaka and the likes of others that today are saying to you that they want to come and represent you at the highest office of the country, the presidency. Now, let me go to 2015-2016 national budget. I want to say this because there's somewhere I want to take you. So you understand how much Ambassador Boaka has been receiving for the number of years that he served as vice president. And when he received all the amount of monies, what did happen in his own hometown was Songa. Now, there are positions that you were served. You don't need development or certain things in your area to be channeled through the normal, where you say, okay, we need to go for legislations, we need to do this or we need to do that. It is about the selflessness of that leader to impact the lives of where he hails from. But I'm going to explain to you, you'll get to understand that Ambassador Boaka could not even impact the town. To impact a town life is just something as easy as anything for a sitting vice president. I'm going to read to you and explain to you about the national budget for 2015-2016. Then we'll go to 2016-2017. So there is the budget. The budget, they said the office of the vice president, it is the budget fiscal year 2015-2016. It reads, it said the Liberian Constitution mandates, it is the mission within the budget. They said the Liberian Constitution mandates the vice president to assist the president in discharge of state functions. The VP also serves as president of the Senate, presiding over its deliberations without the right to vote. You know what that means? Ambassador Boaka served as the head of the Liberian Senate for 12 years, meaning before any documents were being discussed, Ambassador Boaka must have seen it, approved it, and allowed it to come on the floor. Because he presided, meaning the meaning of presiding means the head. He sat down as the head. And I will be in simple Liberian English today, and I will also let you understand for our mothers, our fathers, our brothers that won't be able to understand, and I will break these things down to you, and so you can understand about the things that Joe Boaka and the likes of other people, they've done to our country, but they're pretending to make it to look like as if to say they've got solutions to our country. The law says, Ambassador Boaka, or as the vice president, you preside over the Liberian Senate. Now, the Liberian Senate under Ambassador Boaka or the UP government, we all have said it and we continue to say that there were concessions, 66 concessions, that were signed in this country that did not benefit the Liberian people. I will take time to read you and let you know about the concessions. Can we say we should blame the CDC government at that time? Certainly no. It was people like Joseph Boaka that were making decisions. that claim today that they have all the solutions, but they could not provide solutions that could avoid what we experience as a country, to the extent that the 66 concessions that were signed did not benefit the country. So let me go to the 2015-2016 budget. It reads, the mission of the 2015-2016 budget says, the Liberian Constitution mandates the Vice President to assist the President in discharge of state functions. The VP also serves as President of the Senate, presiding over its deliberations without the right to vote. Achievements from 2014-2015 within the budget. It says the Vice President was able to execute various tasks assigned by the President. It means all of the functions, all of the things that happen under the UP government, Ambassador Bwaka, during that period, executed what he needed to execute. Either they were good, that did not benefit our country, like the concessions we're talking about. It is very clear. They say, assigned by the President of the Republic of Liberia as mandated, promoted reconciliation amongst the various institutions in Liberia, maintained cordial working relationships with the national legislature, thereby leading Ambassador Bwaka served as the lead campaigner, as the head of all of the concessions, the bad concessions that were signed in our country. Now, you listen to what the people wrote in their report. This is the budget I'm reading to you. It is the 2015-16 budget from 2014, 15, 16. This is what they're reporting, not Voice of Liberia, neither Sekou Sharif. Right? So they said, this man, Ambassador Bwaka, today, that is saying that there are problems in Liberia, that he has not done anything. They said he was why? He was thereby leading to the passage of various bills and concessions agreements. Ambassador Bwaka said he was leading the passage of the 66 concessions agreements that did not benefit Liberia. So isn't that a bad thing that he do to our country? Did he do bad thing to Liberia? Allowing 66, do you know how much Liberia lost? 66 concessions agreements were signed under Joe Bwaka, and Joe Bwaka served as the presiding, and he led senators to have signed the concessions. Instead, Joe Bwaka says that he has done nothing to our country, Liberia. Where are the 66 concessions? What are the success stories of the 66 concessions that were signed under Joe Bwaka serving as the Vice President of the country? Now, the report here is clear, says Joe Bwaka led the passage of various bills and concessions agreement. The government of Liberia, through the office of the Vice President, did what it did. Now let's go to objective. What they plan to have achieved to continue to ensure all tasks assigned by the President, meaning the same way, the same thing he did in 2020, in that year, it was the same thing to continue to execute the functions to allow the bad concessions to continue to pass in our country without the benefit of anything towards the Liberian people. So here is it. Let's go to something very important. Today, some of you you will be shocked. We go to 1.1 of the budget under 103 Office of the Vice President. I will be very simple about this. It says, budget allocations by economic clarifications. Expenditure category. Fiscal year 2013-2014. Then you get fiscal year 2014-2015. You get fiscal year 2015-2016. You see how it's looking correct? Budget allocations by departments, section programs. Eh? Then you see it's going here. Then you get all compensations of employees. You got basic salaries for 7. On 8, then you got again item code 103. Then you got office of the vice president. Let's go to the direct area. Fellow Liberians, you need to listen though. So you come to 103 item code, economic class item, fiscal year 13-14, 14-15, 14-15, 15-16. So you have 2013-2014. You have domestic travel, means of travel. The actual usage and what was in the budget for Joseph Newman Boaka for 2014-2015 for domestic travel. Domestic mean in the country, maybe from the old man house to the office to other, the small domestic thing right in your lay environment. You don't need to go out of the country, out of that. They had 20,000. Then you come to domestic travel daily. The allowance. You come 2014, 2015, the budget. God. We're not talking about LD, we're talking about US. You got 143,451. Domestic travel daily. Substance allowance. In the budget for 2014-2015 for Joseph Newman Boaka, you have 143,451. We're not talking about, different thing. Then you got to electricity, 221201, electricity. In the budget, 2014-2015, you got $43,862. You hearing me? You hearing nothing? You hearing the money there in the budget for Joe Boaka for 2014-2015? Then you go to water and sewage. They call it sewage. Their code, the item code here is 221202. In the budget for 2014-2015, nothing is there. Then you got 221203, telecommunications, internet, postage, and Canreal. In the budget for 2014-2015, you got $25,857 for communication for Joe Boaka for the year 2014-2015 in the budget. Fiscal year 2014-2015. Yeah, because by that time, they used to have a run into the other year. So you have the item code 221401, fuel and lubricants, vehicles. What came in the budget for Joe Boaka 2014-2015? $80,427. That was in the budget for Joe Boaka. And then you come to item code 221402, fuel and lubricants generator to the old man house or somewhere else. In the budget for 2014-2015, they have $40,369. When the old man then did not see no problem, all the monies were going to Joe Boaka is his budget I'm reading to you. I will tell you how much in total they only had in his budget for the year 2014, 2015, and everything. Then I will take you back and tell you what happened in his own hometown in the year 2016. We go to repair and maintenance. We go to repair and maintenance in the year 2014 to 2015. You got 16,000. You go to repairs and maintenance vehicles. You got $86,084 in the year 2014, 2015, right? Budget, the national budget for Joe Walker. Then you got repairs and maintenance machinery equipment for Joe Walker in the year 2014, 2015. He had 9,000 in the budget. Then you go to stationery, item code 221602. You come to it, he had $41,999 stationery. The item code here 221701. Consultancy services. Consultancy services, for those of the people that will count Joe Walker working, you got 12,500 that Joe Walker received in the budget. Then you come to 222103, food and catering services for the vice president. You had $50,999. Then you come to 222105, entertainment, representation and gifts. Joe Walker had 79,000 in the budget, which he received. Then you come to item code 222109, operational expenses. You come to it, you got $110,033 for Joe Walker. Then it said total use of goods and services. Total use of goods and services, it came up to 1,401,000. Oh! 1,401,500. It was in the budget 2014, 2015. Then when you come down, you got transportation, equipment, machinery, furniture, blah, 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 blah. You got 5,000. So the total consumption of fixed capital, you got it, then the grand total. That means the total amount of money that Joe Walker office received as vice president in the year 2014, 2015, Joe Walker office, 2014, 2015, Joe Walker office received $2,268,512. Joe Walker, as the vice president, his office received $2,268,512. That is what Joe Walker office received in the year 2014-2015 fiscal year budget. The taxes we pay, all the things we did, Joe Walker, even though they were passing laws that were not in the interest of the people, that was the money Joe Walker received. You saw how we break it down? The monies were used by Joe Walker anyhow he wanted to use it. You heard entertainment. The day Joe Walker won't do anything, he did it. He had the money. People, the Liberian people, you and I. Now, it is today that Joe Walker will say to you that the people are suffering. But he used to take annually, not from all other things, but annually, in every budget, Joe Walker had $2,268,512. That is for 2014, 2015. So let me give you, let me give you the grand total from 2013, 2014, 2015. 2013, 2014, Joe Walker received in the budget $1,038,093. 2014, 2015, he received in the budget $2,139,351. 2014, 2015, Joe Walker received in the national budget $2,268,512. Now, 2015, 2016, Joe Boyka received $2,213,248. Listen to me. There's something I'm bringing to you. When I tell you about how Joe Boyka, they've created more problems, they are not in the interest of the people, I'm trying to prove something to you. You listen to all the things in here, right? How they gave them money, right, for gifts. Joe Boyka received money in the budget in 2015, 2016. Let me go to it. They say domestic travels and blah, 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 entertainment, representation, and gifts. In 2015-16, Joe Boyka received the amount of $81,600 for what? For entertainment, representation, and gifts in the year 2015-2016. So the total money that Joe Boyka received for the year 2015-2016 from the government of Liberia, serving as the vice president, was somewhere around $2,213,248. Did you get me well? Now, come to the video from his hometown. Joe Boyka, you have it, right? We need to play on the television. Joe Boyka received this amount of money in the year 2015-2016. And in the budget, it's very clear. Most of you, maybe you don't know, Joe Boyka comes from a town in Lofa County called Wasonga. Wasonga is not one of the developed villages or towns in Lofa County. Everyone thought that a certain vice president from that area, he will be able to settle or solve some of the minor problems the people face. The problem the people faced. Unlike Joe Boyka was a certain vice president. Now, I'm trying to say to you that people like Joe Boyka, they are not in the interest of the people. All that they do or they say to you, it is about the rhetorics to make you to understand that because they want to be in power, because they think that Joe Boyka's entire life is just all about government. His entire life is all about government. Joe Boyka in the year 2015-2016 received $2,213,248 United States dollars as a sitting vice president. And in that budget for that year, he received from that budget item code 222105, entertainment, representation, and gifts. He received a total of $81,600. Listen to this. Let's play you a video in that year. In that year, the people in Wasonga in 2016, the people in Wasonga, they were complaining of safe drinking water. The people in Wasonga, they were complaining of the lack of teachers, the sitting vice president home. Let me tell you this, some of you, it is not that if you are vice president, it means you should violate the laws, but there are things that you will do to give back to your community. You cannot be a certain vice president, your people in your hometown are complaining for safe drinking water. Even if you've done it for them, it is something that they should not go out of. You cannot be a certain vice president and think that you are a leader, and the people in your hometown, they don't even have better schools. You claim that you are agriculturalist, but as a vice president in your hometown, the people cannot boast of anything of agriculture. They said the only thing you did there, like lay palm tree you did there. Listen to what the people said in Wasonga. Listen to what this old man said in the year 2016. When Joe Boyka received $2 million plus in the budget, and for entertainment and gifts and all the kinds of stuff, he had 81,000 plus. With all what he received, Joe could not impact the lives of the people in Wasonga. Yesterday, they complained about safe drinking water. Yesterday, they complained about no teachers. Yesterday, they complained that Joe Boyka could not even go back to them. Now listen to it. You need to listen.
And how around here. We have school in Kongbama and we have school here. And teachers, how many teachers you have here? Only two teachers. Even here two government teachers and the rest now parents have to pay them. And where the parents will get the money. Likewise in Kongbama, we have from elementary to 6th grade, we only have one government paid teacher and 5 teachers are teaching. Those have to be paid by the community.
How many people live in this place?
Probably around 500 to 600 in this particular town. Kongbama will have up to 500.
This is the town the player I play the vice president coming from, right?
Yes, surely.
So what can you point to as some of these projects that you have carried out for you people here? What can you benefit from?
You can see you see the solar light, and you look around, you can find them. That was a solar light, and then few hand pumps, but they are down, functioning now.
How long have they? How long are they not functioning?
Some are more than a year. Only the immigration said build a new pump that they want to use it now.
How about your representative then? Like you did for Akbaka then? They are your representative.
Yeah.
They don't come to your aid. How do you send message to them?
We made them verbally. Sometimes we write letter. But writing is one thing, to respond is another thing.
So how long they can stay before they come to say?
The VP pass sometimes at the season, that is Christmas season. He usually come and spend Christmas with us. Sometimes the New Year he leave and go back.
So we can find one time a year.
Sometimes once a year.
Pape,
Yeah.
tell us about agriculture in your player. What in you doing about agriculture? What in the government helping you with agriculture in a player?
To make your farm.
For agriculture, I think 2 or 3 years ago, 2010 to present, we are having the NGO like GSA, also submitting posts. They help in some area, road construction. The agriculture, GSA, they help us with few materials, fertilizers, fire, and what have you, other things. That's all we have.
That one alright for you?
Men that drown in the water, in the ocean, anything they give you to hold it, you have to hold it. It's not alright for us.
The vice president
Eh,
who coming from the town here. And that the vice president who town here?
yeah.
The vice president, everybody know him in Liberia for agriculture.
Yeah.
He now served the agriculture sector for a long time in the country here.
Sure.
What is his own contribution that you can boast of, or this town can boast of, or Foya can boast of?
Yeah. He show us example. We have few oil palms and cocoa.
When you say few oil palm, what do you mean? No, but who get that? The government got it, that the VP got it,
That the VP, he himself get.
or for himself?
Yeah.
How about you?
Some of us, you have to struggle on your own before you plant. So through the help of agriculture sometimes.
So you're not farming here?
We are farming.
So your farm you're making it big enough to feed some other countries near around, or only your own say?
No. We feed ourselves and support our children.
So the small work that you pointing to that the vice president has done, is it enough now for you that you can support him for the presidency?
Whether enough or not, we can support him for the presidency. Maybe if he get to the top, he will help us move.
So you satisfied with the weather you pay for people now?
In other way, we must say yes, because that's the one he able to do.
So you say, yeah, because you need all the things there. Your handphone.
You not get help, you not get school, you not get hospital.
No, the hospital is built, but
Okay,
the
no,
drugs-
you got doctors there?
Yeah, we have
Only
we
school
have
that
one
is there,
PA
no
and
teacher.
one
Only 2 teachers.
So
A sitting vice president hometown. And then all the pumps that were there, they damaged almost years in the sitting vice president hometown. The man said, only few trees, the man that we claim to be the best agriculturalist in our country, that comes from the background of agriculture, only have few trees because, lofa, to get the bush is not something big. It's very easy. So if Joe Walker cannot make good farm in his hometown or anywhere good, how can this man boast of being an agriculturalist that knows exactly that agriculture can do this for? Is it that all these things are just rhetorics? Because listen to this interview good and listen well. This interview was done 2016 in Wasonga, the hometown of the vice president. Serving as the vice president in 2016, receiving the budget of 2 million plus as the vice president, the people in your hometown were serving for safe drinking water. The people in your hometown were serving for teachers. Amen. For God's sake, a certain vice president, should someone tell you to intervene into that in your hometown? Honor you as the vice president? What makes this man a leader now? What makes him a leader? A leader that cannot take care of his responsibility? A leader that cannot deliver? A leader that cannot do what he needs to do? Or we should just put a man there because government Georgia good for Joe Walker? Now you got to know these things. They said when the Christmas is good, you will know from the eve. Now I'm bringing these things to you so that you can know, even when they were in power, they could not help us. Now they're out of power, they want to make it to look like they have the solutions. What you are hearing, is it something that makes serious sense to you? To say that a sitting vice president in his hometown, the people don't have safe drinking water. Amen, for God's sake. To tell you that had the vice president utilized all of the means for himself and being very selfish, but could not impact the lives of the very people he claimed to have loved. In his hometown was Songa. In his hometown was Songa, where he served as the vice president of this country, where he hails from. The people in Wasonga cannot boast of anything about the vice president. You listen to that old man. He said the hand pumps went down for 1 year plus. Why you get Joe Walker? He says in Monrovia he doesn't care. Now this is the person that is telling you that he has solutions to the problems. Like I said to the people in the opposition, you cannot maintain the opposition to remain united. How can you look at a country like Liberia and say you can provide better leadership? You must be daydreaming. So you listen to that old man in Wasonga when he said to you and are that the only public school that is there, only 2 PTA, I don't know, that PTA people can pay them. Only 2 teachers there. In the vice president hometown, serving as vice president in 2016. His budget was in 2 million plus. And this is the man, this old man, he's associated with failure. This old man cannot show you anything of what he has been able to do that's impact the lives of people. You're listening to this interview again. You're listening to this old man.
Also, submitting balls.
You need to take the interview back so that it can start.
We get the money, but the road has not been built yet.
So, how many schools and how many teachers do we have here?
Around here, we have school in Kongbama and we have school here. And teachers, how many teachers you have here? Only 2 teachers. Even here 2 government teachers and the rest now parents have to pay them. And where the parents will get the money. Likewise in Kongbama we have.
You listen? Now, under the regime of Unity Party, under the regime of Joe Boakai serving as vice president, signing all the bad concessions, bringing on board or on the floor for discussion and on war confirmation for signature, all the bad concessions were signed, and you still have the people in Kogbama, in Wasonga. They only had 2 government teachers within the government schools. 2 government teachers. By that time, Joe Boakai did not know that the education system was a mess. By that time, Joe Boakai could not say that the education system was not improved. By that time, Joe Boakai could not even afford to say he would pay the school fees of the very people there. By that time, Joe Boakai could not say, because I'm a vice president and this is the time I came from, I knew what did I go through to go to where I am today in terms of education. I will pay teachers, or I will talk to the education ministry to send more teachers there because I know what it takes to get education. The people only had 2 government teachers. The remaining ones, let me tell you how the people learn in some of the Liberia-VOL areas. My man, you know why? You finish high school, right? You come to the place and already, my man, you know why? You'll be teaching English. Even as if you don't know the English to anything, you will be teaching English because that only you available. So it was what the people they needed to receive by that time in 2016 under the regime of Joe Boakai. It was what the people received by that time when Joe Boakai had all the means, all the powers to change the lives of the people in Wasonga. If that man cannot change the living condition of the people in Wasonga, how can this man change the living condition or improve the country? You listen to the man, approximately 500 people were residing by that time in 2016 in Wasonga. But Joe Boakai, who hails from Wasonga, could not do anything to change the living condition of the people in Wasonga. But there's a man that says that he has the solution of what is going on in Liberia. Listen to the interview. Start the interview, so let the people listen. In 2016, this interview was done in 2016. And you listen, but in 2016, Joe Boakai budget as the vice president was in 2 million plus. And he had 81,000 plus just for entertainment representation and gifts. Any good leader will not want to see his people to suffer. What vice president would have done? You could even use 20,000 of that 81,000 free money and get the pumps, save drinking water for the people. Ask for government teachers or pay the teachers their good. But you listen to the old man, he said, in fact, when they were taking the money from to pay the other, the additional teachers, so they were constrained to do it, even though Joe Boakai came from Wasonga in Lofa County, he could not do anything for the people. How come we have reached this point for this old man that has desperately performed in all positions that's saying that he wants to be president of this country and you want to take him serious? Play that interview and listen. You're listening to what someone from the main town in Wasonga in Lofa County said about the conditions in Wasonga in 2016. When Joe Boakai was the vice president of our country, he was signing all the concessions, approving, putting these things on the floor for discussions, and not thinking about the interests of the Liberian people. Play that interview.
Have not been built yet.
So, how many schools and how many teachers do we have here?
Around here. We have school in Kongbama and we have school here. And teachers, how many teachers you have here? Only two teachers. Even here 2 government teachers and the rest now parents have to pay them. And where the parents will get the money. Likewise in Kongbama, we have from elementary to 6th grade, we only have 1 government paid teacher and 5 teachers are teaching. Those have to be paid by the community.
How many people live in this place?
Probably around 500 to 600 in this particular town. Kongbama will have up to 500.
This is the town they play the vice president coming from, right?
Yes, surely.
So what can you point to as some of the projects that you have carried out for you people here? What can you benefit from?
You can see some. You see the solar light, and you look around. You can find them. That was a solar light, and then few hand pumps, but they are down. You know, functioning now.
How long have they? Now still how long are they not functioning?
Some are more than a year. Only the immigration said build a new pump that they want to use it now.
How about your representative then? Like you live for Akpaka then. They are your representative.
Yeah.
They don't come to your aid. How do you send message to them?
We made them verbally. Sometimes we write letter. But writing is one thing, to respond is another thing.
So how long they can stay before they come to see you?
The VP pass sometimes at the season, that is Christmas season. He usually come and spend Christmas with us. Sometimes the New Year he leave and go back.
So you can find one time a year.
Sometimes once a year.
Pape,
Yeah.
tell us about agriculture in your player. What in you doing about agriculture? What in the government helping you with agriculture with in a player?
To make your farm.
For agriculture, I think 2 or 3 years ago, 2010 to present, we are having the NGO like GSA, also submitting posts, they help in some area, road construction. The agriculture, GSA, they help us with few materials, fertilizers, fire, and what have you, other things. That's all we have.
That one alright for you?
Men that drown in the water, in the ocean, anything they give you to hold it, you have to hold it. It's not alright for us.
The vice president
Eh,
who coming from the town here. And that the vice president who town here?
yeah.
The vice president, everybody know him in Liberia for agriculture.
Yeah.
He now served the agriculture sector for a long time in the country here.
Sure.
What is his own contribution that you can boast of, or this town can boast of, or Foya can boast of?
Yeah. He show us example. We have few oil palms and cocoa.
Few.
But when you say few oil palm, what do you mean? No, but who get that? The government got it, that the VP got it,
That the VP, he said get.
or for himself?
Yeah.
How about you?
Some of us, you have to struggle on your own before you plant.
So
Through the help of agriculture sometimes.
So you're not farming here?
We are farming.
So your farm you're making it big enough to feed some other countries near around, or only your own say?
No. We feed ourselves and support our children.
so the small work that you put into that the president has done, is it enough now for you that you can support him for the presidency?
Whether enough or not, we can support him for the presidency. Maybe if he get to the top, he will help us more.
So you said about the weather you doing for your people now?
In other way, we must say yes, because that's the one he able to do.
So you can say, yeah, because you need all the things there.
Eh,
Your hand pump.
You not get help, you not get school, you not get hospital.
no, the hospital is built, but
Okay,
the
no,
drugs-
you got doctors there?
You got nurses there too.
Yeah, we have one PA and one CN.
So it means that you just put in there because of your son.
No,
But so when you come to that one now, we'll just agree. You know what you say?
yeah. Some question, there are some reliable, like brother, they are here. They can throw light to it.
Okay, tell us your name now and your position here.
Yeah, the thing is so interesting. You listen to the interview. The old man said when someone is drowning, and they even give you anything you owed it, that what happened to them in 2016. They say all the things the men are do now. Yo, vote for him or what would do? That they only even do it. Now you see how Joe Boaka, as the vice president, could not even impact the lives of the people. No safe drinking water, no good roads, agriculture dead, living condition bad. Imagine Joe Boyka saying that he's an agriculturalist, he's successful in agriculture. Under his government, the government could not help the people with any agricultural materials or to assist them. Even though Joe Boyka came from there, he could not do anything. The only thing he heard the old man say, he just planted few trees of palm stove and everything. Few. The man said a few. He did not say farm. He said he just planted few. He said few. Now, you see, I'm saying this to you to make you to understand that Joe Boyka is saying to you today that Liberia has a problem under the George Weah administration and he has a solution. How can a Joe Boyka have a solution for Liberia problems when he himself created the problems Liberia face today? Where Joe Boyka to do what he needed to do, to even elevate the people from the condition in which they were in 2016, but now the people in Wasonga will be talking about something different. But it is this government that needed to come and change the living condition of the people in Wasonga. This government has done more in Lofa County. Then the old man said, now you see the reason why the old man said he never wanted to contest or, let me send you this. You see, Joe Boyka is an ungrateful old man. This old man, in one of his interviews, he was asked as to whether he will contest on the legacy of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. And Joe Boyka, if Ellen could not be the one, this old man, could select you to be vice president, you could never become vice president in your life of this beloved country called Liberia. You could never. I'm sending this to you. I don't know if you can work on this urgently. Please, let me send it to you now. Right? Or you can just remove it too as well. And I'm just saying this to make you understand about the other side of it. That people like Joe Boyka should not be telling you they have solutions. When they have all the means to make the change, when they have all the means to improve the lives of the people, they could not do it. The only thing they did, they created more problems for the people. Listen to that old man telling you, man, in 2016, when Joe Boyka, the money that went to him directly, a legitimate money that went to him directly was in 2 million plus. He could not impact the lives of the people in Wasonga. He could not do anything to improve the living condition to provide an enabling environment for the people in Wasonga. But now he say the people suffering, you make agriculture. You vice president for 12 years, you not even get one little small garden. You listen to what that old man said. The old man said he got a few trees. Then how can you call yourself a successful agriculturalist? Now, you want to do roads and everything, even though listen, it is not the function of the vice president to build roads, but there where you bring in flexibility law for country and village that you've come from. I cannot be here. I come from a little village. I be vice president. I need to go tell government to say go face it. Or I will use my flexible means in the governing process. But the people were still suffering for road in 2016. Safe drinking water, the least of all. No better school, no teachers. Health system was bad. And the people were living in serious urgent poverty. But Joe Boyka is saying today that he has the solutions. And then when you ask Joe Boyka to tell you how the old man is ungrateful, he said he doesn't want to run on the legacy of Ellen. Then whose legacy will you run on? Do you have a legacy? The only legacy you have is to betray. The only legacy you have is to sleep. The only legacy you have is to seek your personal interests and not the interests of the people in which you represent. The only legacy you have is that they dismiss you before in government. The only legacy you have is to sleep on a function. The only legacy you have is that you cannot represent well. then which legacy will you contest on as you want to tell the Liberian people that you want to contest and they should make you as president of this country? What the legacy? So you see how the old man is being very sycophantic? You and Ellen created the problems we face today. All the bad things that happen in our country, that you and Ellen did it. You sat at the helm of power at the Liberian Senate, and then the concessions were signed. Did not better the lives of the Liberian people. During your government, corruption was so high. During your government, the people in Wasonga, your hometown, could not boast of anything. And the both of you, the Constitution said, and you, in one of the reports that we read, they said you accepted and you carried out, you executed functions per the mandate that Ellen gave you. But you come back and say you don't want to run on her legacy. But you want to run on what legacy? Because you don't have a legacy. The only legacy you have is you are very good at sleeping at functions. You're very good at doing things that in the interest of the Liberian people. Example of what you did in 2016 to your people in Wasonga. The only legacy you have is that you got dismissed before. Then what is the legacy in which you want to contest on? The only legacy you have is to come from somewhere that you have no history of upholding or improving any institution. You begin the head of ANC, you begin the head of the CPP, you could not settle the problems that the people faced. That should be the slap in the face of you, old man Joe Boaka. And that brings us to a point of how you've been described by Prince Johnson. He said you are ungrateful. When you needed someone the most. Come and play me that audio from Prince Johnson. And how he described you. Imagine it was on the birthday. Joe Walker, sometimes you're not the problem. You know why? You are not a leader. You are not a leader because there are lots of things that happen in Unity Party. Or leader will not allow these things to happen. And one of my good friends from Unity Party told me, say, Joe Walker is just there, but most of the decisions are taken by most of the guys around him. How can you be a standard bearer of a political party and Ellie, your former boss, and you allow people to insult, denigrate Ellen on her birthday? Can you imagine? Yes. Okay, right? Now listen, let me play you this interview. Then before I go to, let's play it. You don't need to have it on the television, no problem. I want you to listen to this interview that was conducted by Joe Boaka. They asked him, what legacy are you going to be contesting? Oh, yeah, listen to what the old man said.
Ambitions to lead the country begun by the current president after coming second since January 2006. The vice president also held the post of Minister of Agriculture of Liberia from 1983 to 1985. The latter recently wished to define a program of his own, thus freeing the policy led by Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Listen to the interview of our correspondent Odelia Nitamoa Boampang.
I am not asking for the continuation of Madam Sirleaf. I am asking for an opportunity in my own right as someone who had worked in this country, who have seen governments come and go, and who believe that there are still a lot of things in this country that had not been touched upon, that I know I have the competence to deal with.
You were in charge of a rice committee for West Africa for a year. Now, I was thinking that then the issues relating to rice importation should have ended with you.
The farmers do not need a Minister of Agriculture to grow food and eat because they have to live. The purpose of a Minister of Agriculture that I know are 1 for policy, 2 for technology, and 3 for extension. And I have emphasized this over and again, that if these 3 things do not work, the farmers are not going to be involved. And I'm on record to say that I have communicated with previous ministers of agriculture as to their involvement in the engagement of the farmers. I can advise, I can sack a minister, but I believe when you have the gavel in your hand and they know that their non-action can cause them something, they will react.
Why do you want to be president? To have control in order to be able to implement your ideas? Is that it?
You have just hit the nail on the head. In our Constitution, the role of the Vice President is to preside over the Senate without a vote, except where there's a tie.
Stop it. Now, you see, now, the old man is confirming what we've said. Now, you see, anything we say, we don't say them because we want to say them. The old man is confirming to you that being as a vice president, you preside over the Senate. We say you can't vote. That is clear, you can't vote. But there are decisions and there are things you do. You listen to the old man. He doesn't want to run for continuity. He wants to do what he thinks that needed to be done that did not happen. Even though he served as vice president of our country. You know, sometimes some of these things that people like Joe Boakai say to people in Liberia in some of the interviews, if Liberia could be on a country, people like Joe Boakai will not ask or will not talk in politics any longer. He will not speak in politics any longer because what he has done to this country, it is just enough to ask him to have a seat until God can call for him. Play it.
The role of the Vice President is to preside over the Senate without a vote, except where there's a tie. And the other role, which is important, is to assist the President. Now, you assist people. You can take initiative by advising them. But assist doesn't mean you should replace them.
Do you have the endorsement of Madam Salif? Does Madam Salif support your candidature?
I'm glad you asked this question. It's been about 3 years ago, sitting in my office at the house, when Madam Salif told me, Joe, I'm looking up to you to replace me come 2017. She also did it in the presence of my wife. So I took that as a word from Madam Salif. And since then, Madam Salif had not come to me and tell me, Joe, even though I said this, I changed my mind.
Will she campaign?
Well, it is left with Madam Salif. My commitment is to Madam Salif.
Okay, stop that. So now you see the hypocrisy. From the start of the interview, they asked Joe Boakai, and Joe said he doesn't want to continue, and he forget to know that government is continuity. So you see the mindset Joe Boakai is bringing or wants to bring to the presidency? Now, government is continuity. So the simple thing you will do to say you will come with that mindset that you will change everything the government has done. That it put us in a point that you will be there for the next 50 years, you will achieve nothing. But this man worked with the president for 12 years, knowing some of the bad things they've done. He's saying that he doesn't even want to continue what his government has done. So it tells you that they failed. Because you cannot work and do good and say you don't want to go on the good things you've done. For example, like Voice of Liberia. We have Voice of Liberia somewhere else. And then we had a manager. The same manager, since we opened this radio station, is the same manager we have up to present. Now, how come if to say we were doing something different and then we transforming or we coming across there, the manager will say to us that, oh no, I can be there, but I don't want to be the manager because I don't want to do things the way the station wants me to do. I want to do it another way. It means that you failed the people. It means you fail the people, right? You cannot come and say you are vice president, right? And then a vice president, you and Ellen, you did everything together. You led this country, did all you could do, all the decisions, and then you've been asked on an interview, You've been asked on an interview, and you say you don't want to continue what you and Ellen did. What do you want to do? What do you think Liberian people will trust you on? What do you think that you can do that Liberians should trust you? What sets you apart from Ellen when you your very self said it in the interview that you assisted the president? You advised the president. So who knows some of the decisions that Ellen took? It was based on your advice. Oh, so now you see how ungrateful the old man is. You only accept the good things. You don't care about the bad ones. Once it is a bad thing, it is not of you. Once it is a good thing, it is about you. So then you see the reason why sometimes you will say, oh, Ellen did not support Joe Boyka or Ellen supported Joe Boyka. If I could be in the case of former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, I would not support him or be let out. You can't be ungrateful to me that gave you a platform and you see me to be something different and you think, say, I will support you. That cannot happen in my kingdom, though. That cannot happen. Without Ellen doing what she did that brought you to the level of the vice presidency, oh man, Joe Boyka, you could never become vice president of this country. If that could not be because of Ellen, you could never become vice president of this country. That torso. So now, you won't go for presidency, you say, you now want continuity. You won't do your own thing. Play that interview from start to end. Let the Liberian people listen and know how the old man is ungrateful to the very people that assisted him to making who he is today.
I am not asking for the continuation of Madam Sirleaf. I am asking for an opportunity in my own right as someone who had worked in this country, who have seen governments come and go, and who believe that there are still a lot of things in this country that had not been touched upon, that I know I have the competence to deal with.
You were in charge of a rice committee for West Africa for a year. Now, I was thinking that then the issues relating to rice importation should have ended with you.
The farmers do not need a Minister of Agriculture to grow food and eat because they have to live. The purpose of a Minister of Agriculture that I know are 1 for policy, 2 for technology, and 3 for extension. And I have emphasized this over and again, that if these 3 things do not work, the farmers are not going to be involved. And I'm on record to say that I have communicated with previous ministers of agriculture as to their involvement in the engagement of the farmers. I can advise, I can sack a minister, but I believe when you have the gavel in your hand and they know that their non-action can cause them something, they will react.
Why do you want to be president? To have control in order to be able to implement your ideas? Is that it?
You have just hit the nail on the head. In our Constitution, the role of the vice president is to preside over the Senate without a vote, except where there's a tie. And the other role, which is important, is to assist the president. Now, you assist people. You can take initiative by advising them. But assist doesn't mean you should replace them.
Do you have the endorsement of Madam Sirleaf? Does Madam Sirleaf support your candidature?
I'm glad you asked this question. Even about 3 years ago, sitting in my office at the house when Madam Salib told me, Joe, I'm looking up to you to replace me come 2017. She also did it in the presence of my wife. So I took that as a word from Madam Salib. And since then, Madam Salib had not come to me and tell me, Joe, even though I said this, I changed my mind.
Will she campaign?
Well, it is left with Madam Salib. My commitment is to Madam Salib as her vice president to do that which I'm supposed to do. How Madam Salib translate that confidence and that respect that I gave to her is left with Madam Salib.
Odelia Nitamoa Boampang.
I am not asking for the continuation of Madam Salib. I'm asking for an opportunity in my own right as someone who had worked in this country, who have...
Okay, now... So I'm playing you the interviews and excerpts so that you can understand something, right? You listen to the interview from Wasonga in his hometown where in 2016, when Joe Boakai budget was in something around 2 million plus, and he had for entertainment gifts and everything something around 81,000 in the budget. You have people in Wasonga in his hometown. They were complaining for safe drinking water. They were complaining about agriculture. They were complaining about bar rules. They were complaining about health issue. And they're complaining about almost everything that Himo should have at the time. Joe was serving as the vice president, serving as the president of the Liberian Senate. Listen. And you just listen to an interview where he said, there are lots of things that needed to be done. So it means for the 12 years, they did not do anything for Liberia. The only thing they did for themselves is to enrich themselves at the detriment of the Liberian people. Let me take you to the best friend now of Joseph Numa Boakai, in which you have Prince Johnson. I'm going to play you this, and you listen to what Prince Johnson said about Joseph Numa Boakai, about his ungratefulness. And it is just fair enough to say to you that inasmuch we respect the vice president, the former vice president, but it is also clear that the old man is ungrateful. Ellen, that happened to Ellen. Ure is a victim now. Yombli Kanga Lawrence is a victim, and all other people. Listen to this. Let's play you what Prince Johnson said. The person that Joe Boakai is whining and dining with now. Listen to this, what Prince Johnson said about him.
That I think is a good boy. Because Joseph Boakai, former vice president Boakai, dropped in his heart. He collapsed, almost died. It is that boy, because George Weah, who ran there, pick him up, charter a plane to fly him abroad for open heart surgery that made him to live today with pacemaker battery. He's a battery total right now. So the battery is controlled by the white man who gave it in a medical center where he was flown to. So maybe he's not well to speak the way he's speaking. He's not well. He's using battery. It's not normal. A man who is using battery and a man who has a natural heart. Compare the two. So Joseph Boakai, the former vice president, I respect him, but I'm sorry for the statement he made. He's using battery. He's a battery total. Such a man cannot even be president of this country. He's sick. So maybe that the frustration making to speak the way he did, calling the president boy. How many million people voted that boy? So many millions. Look at this boy, and you elected him. Maybe you call George Weah boy because of the age, because Joseph Boakai is over 70, and this boy is about 50-something. So when you say boy, well, that's it. But boy, in the sense of immaturity, no. Joshua is mature. He's mature. That's why he told Joseph Boyka from the ground where he collapsed to fly here abroad for medical checkup, for medical heart surgery. That's what made him to live today. I think Joseph Boyka, in conclusion, should be very grateful to that boy who flew in out of the country for open heart surgery that make him to live today. But the way Joseph Boyka speaks, the way he acts, he is one of the 9 ungrateful lepers.
9 of the what? One of the 9 ungrateful lepers?
He is one of the 9 ungrateful lepers. The 9 ungrateful lepers is one of those.
Yeah, but whatever favor the president did for him was returned. Because the president himself did not have to speak about it.
The first thing, before you can return, everyone good deserves another good. So if, Mr. We are sending you to America or whatever country and you were operator on and you got well, if he did not want to do what he did for you, if he was immature and a boy, as you say, he would have left you there to die. When you die, will you reciprocate good for good? No. I don't think you have reciprocated. When you reciprocate good for good, then stick to that. Don't be uttering derogatory or profane languages or statement against this president. That's wrong. You are the other man in the country, old man like you. You got heart trouble. You felt that you collapsed. Somebody helped you today, you're speaking. You should be thankful. In everything, give thanks. That is a bigger picture of the man who saved your life through God's power. John Weir was the vessel God knew to save Joseph Boyka. Today, because of power, greed, he who said that they squander all the opportunities, destroy this country, who became the deputy vampire, corruption that they say was vampire, is now want to be president. Well, he with the Liberian people. But whatever you said about John not perfect like me and you, but you who benefited substantially to the extent that your life was rescued, your life was saved, that this young man who flew you, even though that taxpayer money or that your own money, the fact is you could have ignored you. But he did not. He did not. He saved this old man. But what the old man is returning is ungratefulness. Call this president boy. You call the whole Liberian president boy? Then you old man, you told him battery around here?
The battery thing, but people can live with those conditions. You are staying him on. Once the life hasn't been taken away.
I cannot look at a battery man and elect you. Because any minute you could collapse. At least you already president and you say a different thing. But you already say you want to be president? And we know your record? You're on the time bomb, on the borderline. Former vice president Boyka dropped in his heart. He collapsed, almost died. It is that boy, you call George Weir, who ran there, pick him up, charter a plane to fly him abroad for open heart surgery that made him to live today with pacemaker battery. He's a battery total right now. So the battery is controlled by the white man who gave it in a medical center where he was flown to. So maybe he's not well to speak the way he's speaking. He's not well. He's using battery. It's not normal. A man who is using battery and a man who has a natural heart. Compare the two. So Joseph Boyka, the former vice president, I respect him, but I'm sorry for the statement he made. He's using battery. He's a battery total. Such a man cannot even be president of this country. He's sick. So maybe that the frustration making to speak the way he did, calling the president boy. How many million people voted that boy? So many millions. Look at this boy and elected him. Maybe you call George Weir boy because of the age. Because Joseph Boyka is over 70. And this boy is about 50-something. So when you say boy, well, that's it. But boy, in the sense of immaturity, no. George Weir is mature. He's mature. That's why he told Joseph Boyka from the ground where he collapsed to fly here abroad for medical checkup, for medical heart surgery. That's what made him to live today. I think Joseph Boyka, in conclusion, should be very grateful to that boy who flew in out of the country for open heart surgery that make him to live today. But the way Joseph Boyka speaks, the way he acts, he is one of the 9 ungrateful lepers.
9 of the what? One of the 9 ungrateful lepers?
He is one of the 9 ungrateful lepers. The 9 ungrateful lepers is one of those.
Yeah, but whatever favor the president did for him was returned. Because the president himself did not have to speak about it.
The first thing, before you can return, everyone good deserves another good. So if, Mr. We are sending you to America or whatever country and you were operator on and you got well, if he did not want to do what he did for you, if he was immature and a boy, as you say, the 9 ungrateful lepers is one of those.
Yeah, but whatever favor the president did for him was returned. Because the president himself did not have to speak about it.
The first thing, before you can return, everyone good deserves another good. So if, Mr. We are sending you to America or whatever country and you were operator on and you got well, if he did not want to do what he did for you, if he was immature and a boy, as you say, he would have left you there to die. When you die, will you reciprocate good for good? No. I don't think you are reciprocated. When you reciprocate good for good, then stick to that. Don't be uttering derogatory or profane languages or statement against this president. That's wrong. You are the other man in the country, old man like you. You got heart trouble. You felt that you collapsed. Somebody helped you today, you're speaking. You should be thankful. In everything, give thanks. That is a bigger picture of men who saved their life through God's power. John Ware was the vessel God knew to save Joseph Boycott. Today, because of power, greed, he who said that they squander all the opportunities, destroy this country, who became the deputy vampire, corruption, that they say was vampire, did not want to be president. Well, he knew the Liberian people. But whatever he said about John not perfect like me and you, but you who benefited substantially to the extent that your life was rescued, your life was saved. That this young man who flew you, even though that taxpayer money or that your own money, the fact is you could have ignored you. But he did not. He did not. He saved this old man. But what the old man is returning is ungratefulness. Call this president boy. You call the whole Liberian president boy? Then you old man, you told him battery around here?
The battery thing, but people can live with that, those conditions. You are still human. Once the life hasn't been taken away.
You look at a battery man and elect you. Because any minute you could collapse. At least you already president and you say a different thing. But you already say you want to be president? And we know your record? You're on the time bomb, on the borderline. Then I think he's a good boy. Because Joseph Boycott, former Vice President Boycott, dropped in his heart. He collapsed, almost died. It is that boy, you call George Weir, who ran there, pick him up, charter a plane to fly him abroad for open heart surgery.
Okay, there you have it. Okay, you listen to all what we played tonight, coming from Wasonga during the time of his vice presidency, where the people could not boast of safe drinking water, health issue, and the lots of issues you listened during the interview. And also, we came on to, he's saying that he's not going to continue what Ellen started, clear ungratefulness, and also moving on to what his best friend now, Prince Johnson, said. The man said, how can you elect somebody with a battery in their heart? Now, that means say, he said, Joe Boyka get battery. So you can't elect somebody with battery in their heart. Joe Boyka living with battery in your heart. 077090790707709079070 08809079070 08809079070 are the numbers to join us tonight on the show Issues of Today here on Voice of Liberia. My name is Sekou Sharif. We'll take your calls. Hello.
Good evening, Sekou Sharif.
Good evening. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
And good evening to the many listeners.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Francisco Makar. I do join you from Northern Africa. Sekou Sharif, thank you very much. You have disclosed the issues about Joseph Boyka. Joseph Boyka is not a serious individual. Because even when I get to school, Joseph Boyka can't even be a school teacher or class teacher. Because if you want, though the Christmas will be good, you can know for the Eve. 42 years in government sector, what tangible things he have done for the Lofians? So we shouldn't be saying that Joseph Barker come and make fun out of Liberians. You understand? So Joseph Barker is not serious. Thank you for your presentation this evening, Sheku.
Hello, what's the name? Where you calling from?
Hello? Sheku.
Hello, what's the name? Where you calling from?
Yeah, how you doing, my brother?
Yeah, go to the point.
Yeah, thank you. This is Emmanuel Smith, and I'm phoning from District 6. I listened to the entertainment from my brother Sekou. You know, Sekou, you are doing extremely well for CDC, but apparently you are making one of the greatest mistakes in your journalistic work that you do. Let me say this, Sekou. I think the entire propaganda arm of CDC need to go and re-strategize. You won't bring those kind of argument to logical-minded people thinking that you want to read things about the vice president or the former vice president, thinking that you can cajole the Liberian people. Let me say this. What I would expect you to do, if you think you are a credible journalist, go to George Weah Hunter in Great.
Okay, let me go to the next caller. Hello, what's the name? Where you calling from?
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, what's the name? Where you calling from?
Okay, this is Toba Morris. I'm calling from Ghana, and I thank you for the topic on the discussion tonight. And you have explained well, and then you have gave us an interview and stories that we never knew. But in your discussion, you are not asking the journalist. You know, what would...
Hello?
Hello, what's the name? Where you calling from? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yeah. What's up, Sekou?
Yeah, what's up?
How are you?
Where you calling from?
Yeah, I'm calling from Community District 14.
Okay, go to the point.
Oh, Sekou, I don't know. You wanted to pressing I admire so much on the radio, but you messing yourself up. You cannot look at the vice president.
Okay, that
you try to.
Okay, go to the next caller. Hello?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, quiet. Where you calling from?
Okay. I'll call you from another resident. So you are done well by explaining to us, but you know, when I listen to the interview on Watanga, I don't know Watanga or Watonga, whatever, but I don't think that interview was something that would deny somebody from taking Joseph Barker to be somebody that you can vote for. You listen to the paper told you that this man, he built a few handpumps in the area that have been destroyed. He built how to call it, solar panel here, and then he also interviewed or how to call it to them, introduced to them the agriculture system. And then he did not go by it. You can't hold Joseph Barker responsible for that. And when it comes to Prince Johnson saying that Joseph Barker is carrying battery around, I don't think that's something that you hold everybody against.
Okay,
because
thank
we
you.
can
Go to the next caller. Hello, your name, where you calling from?
Hello?
Yeah, your name, where you calling from?
Yeah, this is Emmanuel Richardson, and I joined the conversation from Upper Carwell.
Okay, thank you.
Look, everything Sekou said, you don't need a rocket scientist to know that Honorable Joseph Newman Boakai have not done anything for himself in Liberia before even talk about the people in his country. Look, Honorable Boakai was vice president for 12 unbroken years, and dirty water was sitting in front of your house. This woman was unable to even buy half bag of cement to take that water from in front of your house. Today, people want us to vote Boakai because they say he need Boakai, or because other people feel in awe that only way they can come back into government to enrich yourself. No, this old man called himself Rescue One. The old man have not even rescued himself. Then he say he want to rescue Liberia. 12 years, you work in government, more than 20-some years in other positions. You don't have anything to show. Ordinary men, look at men like Tomo Fana who serve as representative. See what Tomo Fana is doing over. Are you telling me that Tomo Fana's position is higher than vice president position in representative? I don't want to believe so. You serve as VP for 12 years. What Tomo Fana is doing in Lofa, Honorable Boakai did not do 1%. And somebody want to come here to question Sekou. In fact, if even Sekou not say the thing that he say, we are here and we see the kind of failed life that Honorable Boga, live in Liberia. This man is a serious failure to himself.
Okay,
the people are saying that we should take our country and give it to we cannot do that.
Okay,
this
my brother,
country
thank you
will
for your
not
point. Let's go to the next caller. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah. Can you call
Yeah.
Hello,
Sekou.
you calling from? Go to the point.
Yeah, calling from New Georgia, from Tuskegee. Yeah, Sekou, I'm telling you, you're talking to our listen to all your exposed wise. Sekou, don't mind people. It's just the thing you want to discourage you. But people know, to the Bible reflection, people know. To the Bible, who's the main thing to be for Nimagare, to be supporting the men discourage. The music where Gillian of the Bible, the music gives you to make the Bible president. Well, you can to raise the music battery. Over a minute, that is a minute of going to grass when I say, and I guess him. Just in a few reality interview. So I told you to the Bible, you know, nothing that's in a minute. You get me talking to the other to the Bible, I guess him. The minute I guess him, the minute too stupid. I mean, I guess him. The job I got over. It's actually wrong with my.
Okay, my brother, thank you. Let's go to the next caller. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, where you calling from?
My name is Bona Wright, and I'm calling you from Johnson Street.
Okay, thank you. Go to the point.
Yeah, with the issue of Joseph Boaga, it is clear that Joseph Boaga, our former vice president, do not have legacy when it comes to where he led. Former vice president Boaga was president for the YMCA in Liberia here, right on Broad Street here, Crown Broad Street. Legacy there is bad. You were agriculture minister, Amos Sawyer. When George was playing football, he was coming to Liberia, spending money on Liberia football team, going outside. So all the grown men, mature, what was he doing? They were the whole world. They were not doing anything. They have no legacy. Nothing. They can show to people that say, yes, this guy was presidency, to be national leaders. They don't have those kinds of things. But you know, our people, most of the generation now, most of what you see now, they don't know these things. They don't really know them. So they just think that they are going to fly, they are going to injure. And yet the prisoners are slap and neck injured.
Okay.
So for now, people that are projecting the government image to the people for re-election, I think we should go by telling the people what the government has done. The government has done so many work. But we don't see any people that get there. For people who are pushing the government second time, and you know, there's a recommendation. Then they're not telling you that you control your show, also you continue your show.
Mm-hmm.
But at least there are so many things that I have traveled this country. All in the country I traveled, I see work. I listen to the vast number of President Boaga or Mr. or Senator Kun telling the country in the world that the projects in Nima country, they are all do not projects. That's lie. Can't the secretary there is 30 million of money, roll for money. 30 million, Google A.
Okay, my brother, thank you for your point.
Yes.
Let's go to the next now. Hello? Your name calling
Hello.
From? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, your name calling from. Go to the point.
Thank you very much. This is DJ Lomé.
Oh,
Look,
you're welcome, DJ Lomé.
This country will not be controlled by somebody that will get law for the getting law for the country. All the things that President say about President Weah, can you play that tape? You will not play it because you want for President. And let me just say, President Weah, 6 years are compared to Eric Johnson 12 years. Look at it for a man of corruption. And Honorable Baka said it. You're always for. Why they refusing to always the past government? And then we say now, President President Weah fit you're better than you have today in the employ of President Weah office. And I say, you eat so soon. You eat so soon. As a leader, you eat last. You get into power, you start breaking down your horse, you start beating. Can you believe that we call it today? The same Prince Johnson and men are saying, oh, they can't put Joseph Boakai into power. That is same Prince Johnson and men are behind Joseph Boakai. Look, time for politics, we know it. They say, some of that say, you're going to win Honorable Dillon. And so Joseph say, when Tomo Fala now win, when Dillon win, you will not run. Today Dillon won. Come on, for an running. The same mobile model that said when they don't win, you will resign. As he resigned, Abu Kamara this is 15. He said they don't care win. If they don't win, he will not run. Abu Kamara not running. The same Chris Johnson man I said he's more than power. Then what going on? Look, you can't confuse or. Joseph Juma Boka 12 years for better than President George Yasu here. If I don't a result, look at the figure went to him. Get one question the poor asking, when you pass to come here to Maryland, they pass through Agricos, then we see the Naya one paper. Look, I politics, they are bringing people are resolved. When they are bringing people resolve nothing. We said so many things against George, we are here. The Liberian people are result of what George we are, and the voters, when they all that things, it can't help. The Liberian people have made a demand that they will vote for Honorable Boka. So if you go in the you call a piece of the sky, you bring it down, George Weah is out. The people steal too much. Very few days. Look at the money he took from here to go to England. And you put in the back seat. You put in the back seat.
Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, where you calling from?
My name is James M. Foley, and I'm calling from Benton City.
Okay, welcome to the program. Go to the point.
Oh, yeah, brother. You know, when you got criticizing the puppet, the love can keep increasing. So I don't know. So all you need to do is to just stop criticizing Joseph Boga. Because if you continue here, the love will go to 200%. Okay,
thank you. Okay. That's good enough. Follow.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, this is my band. I come from around Clarota.
Okay.
So, there are some people who are living in Dreamland. They feel that when Boka win election today, they will not be facing old radio and old TV. They are calling on every platform to attack people or to share their arrogance when it comes to single people trying to provide facts about Honorable Boka. But we are very clear to you guys. If you feel that the Liberian people, they are so desperate or they are already elect Boka just sitting in the mansion is waiting for you, stop facing your old TV and your old radio. Just wait. Because you are so angry. You will call every radio station and you want to act like, you controlling the Liberian people and you feel that Boka coming to me. Look, most of our friends that we know, the reason why you see they respond to you guys today, they feel that Boka coming to, to rescue some of them because some of them are dying. Most of our friends, they don't have any other means to survive except the working government of Boka. If you see Honorable Boka whole life, this man have been liability on Liberia. So most of the followers, they are celebrating when you hear someone, we get paid 1 year to kind the government to, we will buy our own car. You guys are dreaming. Look, 2005, when we were here, everywhere you pass, you hear George Weah name. Man, I said he won election. 2011, anywhere you pass, you hear George Weah name. Man, I said he won election. So you think they few hundred people that are passing around talking about Joseph Newman Boka?
Okay, my brother.
Some of you guys
you're
coming back.
Hello?
Yeah, how you doing, my brother?
Yeah, your name, where you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Brian Dwana. I'm calling from the 12th Street.
Okay, welcome to the program. Go to the point.
Yeah, I just want to respond to the cacophonious and preposterous allegation made against Honorable Joseph Boka. Look, people say that the judge
Okay, thank you, brother. Hello?
Hello?
Okay, your name, where you calling from?
I'm tomorrow and we are calling from Nikutan.
All right, go to the point, brother.
The caller then they wanted Joseph Boka to steal the Lampu money and go pay Lufa and they had it, please. That was Jeremiah who told us, in fact, that they man, he can even be president and be vice president for 2 years. They man will be poor like this because of the honesty. Then you can't say you want me to steal the money and go pay Lufa Kante. What were you people? Can't talk about Tamafala, get money back on here hanging. What were you people? You decision affected your life possibly. Just go and cast another ballot to enjoy sit here again. Yeah? Thank you.
Okay, my brother, thank you.
Hello.
Okay, your name, where you calling from?
I'm calling from Johnsonville.
All right, my sister. Welcome to the program. Go to the point.
Thank you for the topic. Well, I just want to tell those people that are calling, they are fooling themselves. If you even work in an institution and you make $500 US and you work there for 12 years and you got nothing to show, you are a failure. And I want them to know that those that are waiting for Joseph Boga to be president, he will never be president for Liberia. Never. He cannot even blame Town Chief for where he's from. Thank you.
All right, my sister, thank you for your point. Let's go to the next caller. Hello? Hello? Can you move around, monitor? Hello? Oh, the person not ready. Okay. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, your name, you calling from?
Yeah, I'm calling from Brownville.
Okay, welcome to the program. Go to the point. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Your name, you calling from?
This is Joshua calling from District 13.
All right, my brother, welcome to the program. Go to your point.
You know, all those guys that are talking about Bwaka, you know, they're ashamed. They're ashamed of themselves. They owe me so many years in government that nothing you can prove. The lay you Falakbaka, was represented for that what you have done in Lofa country, in Foya, making for the people to liking. But that party, airport said, you know, you need get airport, they want control here, they want rescue her, you get airport in your own time. You pray in the community where you live, you know, let you and say, oh, you can't let God to a party. Then you want rescue her? Yeah. I don't know what place they got it coming from where they are just that party would not be president, they're just wasting their time.
I tell you, my brother.
They saw it, they're talking about saw it, they just forget it. We just fighting around here, we just fighting and we'll fight, we will win. But saw it, they just forget it, nothing they didn't get it. Nothing. So they got about Maryland County. Baba Kimba went to people so that he saw the crack. They saw the crack on favor. Hello?
All right, my brother, thank you.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello?
Okay, and where you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Amos. I'm calling from the Oro.
Okay, go to the point.
Yeah, okay. Let me respond. Me say this. Second service said that Honorable Bwaka was in the house as he was presiding over the house, and George Weah also was senator, and there was 66 book of agreement signed. So the George Weah was not part of the 66 book of agreement I was signed. And what I'm trying to say, as senator, one. And then two, another thing, he said that Honorable Bwaka, it was Sanka. He never did anything in his hometown. He listened to the recording.
Didn't you listen to what the people said?
The people said Bwaka did something.
Hey, my man, listen to me. The people said, hello.
Yeah.
You listen to the interview, the man said, all the pumps been down for a year. No teachers. No good medical issue there. All the things the man named. Then you say...
but they're not going to do anything. That's the point. And
okay, so you think it's fair enough to look at somebody like Joe Bwaka, right?
My brother. This man that you people are fighting. I know.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll take this person. Hello?
Yeah, hello, good evening.
Good evening. Let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you very much. With the analysis you were giving about Joe Bwaka and about the budget, when you compare Baltimore just a speaker,
so now you see sometimes how you can do the discussion. We're not discussing anything near speakership. We're talking about vice president. How do you compare vice president budget with speaker budget?
Joe budget and that was budget. You see that? And besides that, you talk about development. Which are the development that Bwaka did not do, and the vice president of the Republic of Liberia now is doing.
So you think Joe Bwaka, with all the things you heard, if you listen to Prince Johnson, you think someone should take Joe Bwaka serious?
Coming to the Prince Johnson, Joseph Bwaka is much better than what Joe is doing. Right?
Thank you. Let's take another person. Hello.
Good evening.
Yes.
How are you?
Go ahead.
Thank you. I'm Sean Biggin Jr. and I'll join you from the New York President Institute number 12. Thank you for the articulation. This is written by me that there was something different I was going to hear. But anyway, let's go to the issues. You know, it's why CDC is stuck to where they are? It is because of you people statement and you people mindset. The way
You say somebody mindset, but hello.
Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I want to discuss about Prince Johnson. What that woman was saying, he's right. But then, yeah, he's right. The CDC will mess up on Freedom FM that is using animal heart. Do you think that statement is also true? When people are
Listen now, what the, hello, Prince Johnson, hello, Prince Johnson, hello, listen now, you can't do the discussion like that. Prince Johnson says something, and I know the help that the president rendered for the former vice president when he needed, assistance the most.
It is the government responsibility to do that.
Oh, that government responsibility when Joe Walker fought on about. I beg you, man.
It is the government responsibility to take care of.
What in the book that say that government responsibility to what all the years Joe Walker worked for? Hello. Good evening. Okay, let me take another person. Hello.
Hello, Stephen.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. I just want to tell you, don't marry me. They may give me more courage to be calling. The minute you call in the station, you can be calling. You see, professional, but I do your professional. When I so many minutes, you call a minute, because they can't call it off. The minute get a minute, don't encourage a minute, don't call it a minute, they may not confuse. The minute again, they can't win it. The minute no. The minute no to the Senate, give you president. The minute no. They're trying to force the trying to make model paper, make phone paper. But I mean, they give you president, so I like to keep it hardware in a professional.
Thank you very much. Let's take another person here. Hello.
Thank you, Mr. Sharif.
Good evening. Go ahead.
You cut me off.
Mama, go ahead.
You know, the reason why CDC is stuck to where they are stuck now, it is because the analysis.
Okay, you've been on the line, right? You've been on the line. Let me take another person. We can't keep one person on the line. Hello. Hello. Good evening. Let me take this person. Good evening.
Good evening.
Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, my name is Edwin Brown, and I'm calling you.
Sorry?
Edwin Brown, calling for travel time.
Edwin, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you for putting me on tonight. Yeah, with the issue of the topic, I even as somebody say that the current speaker use me or how we could go Maryland.
Hey, my man.
That's laughable. I can recall so the current Joseph Boaga has gone to Lofa County twice, then the government took power. He went through several loans to 4 years. So is that an issue? That issue the government is working on road. I will speak from Fiesta.
But doing Joe Bokata, what did he do? Even in hometown, the people are complaining about road. He say he know about agriculture. The people are complaining about it.
But Joseph has no legacy. You can't compare Joseph Boaga with Joy when it comes to achievement, in national achievement, and personal achievement. You don't compare them. So Joseph Boaga has no legacy.
But that's the reason why we need to enlighten the minds of the people, educate them to know what exactly.
Educate them and we tell our people what the government is doing. The government is working. I was surprised that
Thank you very much. Let me play you this. Take this. Hello.
Mr. Sherry, you keep cutting me off.
Because your time has ended. We need to take other people. None of your show, yeah?
Even 1 second.
Okay, none of your show, yeah, my brother. This show is being run by me. So you got to listen to me. Then I'll take another person. We're not coming to do show where you just be talking. Let me take another person. Hello?
Yeah. How are you, Mr. Sherry?
Good evening.
Okay. Morris D from Chocolate City.
You're live. Go ahead.
Yeah, when people are talking about legacy, I don't know when they got to know that Georgia got legacy. Because the only legacy will know that Georgia had to be war bear, African bear, European bear. I wish we had no impact.
So what is the legacy of Joe Baka? To be sleepy, eh?
Joe Baka, he has been somebody who is very, very transparent. Because the only
Transparent
reason
ain't got
for Joe Biden-
dismissed. Huh? That transparency there, the man got dismissed in government. Hello?
Hello?
Let's hear you.
Ain't so far anyway.
You need to move from your monitor, please. Okay, we take another person. We can't continue. Sorry, please call us back. We'll take you. Hello?
Yeah, hello, Mr. Sharif.
You live?
Yeah, I didn't even go 1 second. You said my time has elapsed.
Yeah, my brother. We got to give others a chance. You have it. I know you playing magic. Do they be coming by on the line? Hello?
Hello, Sekou.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Jerry Smith calling from Partnersville.
Backnersville. Let's hear you.
Yeah. Oh, Sekou, I want for you to be calling out name Joseph Boga, because I'm considering you to be human being now. They've been a complete failure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, including his followers. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
And don't give that funny people that are talking here and there. Don't give them credence.
No. I
They
won't.
shouldn't tell you what to do. They shouldn't tell you how for you to run your show.
They can.
Yeah, thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you. Thank you very much, this person. Hello?
Check again, Mr. Sharif. I beg you, don't do this tonight. They're not correct. You're doing it for all of us.
Okay,
That's
my
not
man.
one show yet.
My man. Oh, now you and who show yeah?
All of us, but come on,
Go
wait,
ahead
make sure
now.
you
Go
run it
ahead.
like
Go
a-
ahead. But I'm saying I
Thank
need
you,
to
thank
give
you.
other people the chance.
Thank you.
Few seconds.
As I was saying, right?
You using your time, or you need to go ahead because we don't have more time.
I'm going ahead now.
Hello?
Hello.
Okay, he left the line. Hello, go ahead.
Good evening.
Good evening. Oh, the other guy left the line. Good evening.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, but you see, you buy us on the show tonight. Seriously. Because when all the people talking about John, you will get the chance to talk. When all the people come to defend Joseph Boga, then you cut them off. You're not supposed to be doing that.
How you want me to do it?
I think you the one.
Okay, they showed that my show, yeah? You
Yeah,
like
good
it, you
evening,
can listen to
Sekou
other radio stations. Hello.
Yeah, good evening, Sekou Sharif.
Good evening, my brother. Let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you very much. This is Mohammed Gitawa, one of the people defenders are connecting this to the executive.
Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Sekou Sharif, I will salute you this evening by the show. You know, John, we are saying no secret to politics. Joseph Boga, the 40-some year like we were in government, let a colonel call on the radio, let the tell it like when people, why he gave it like when people? Then there is one of the ungrateful politicians in the country.
Yeah.
So Liberian people will take the man for on their bike to the tree, he will be retired politically. Because he useless to society. That man 40-some year in government. No former in the country. You go there, one of the Senator Joseph Coy, one of the now ungrateful lepers. So we will delete it to the tree and will be retired politically by President George Manuel. So thank you very much. So we say we are following the show.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Look at the man. Sitting as vice president in 2016, the people in Wasonga, they never had safe drinking water. No school. The school that the people are in the other area, only 2 government teachers and everything. Then you can't say that you say they make a legacy. What kind of legacy? The only legacy in God is dismissing before the legacy in God you can sleep on your own function and other things. Hello?
How are you, Honorable Sekou Sharif?
Go ahead, let's hear you.
I'm Aiba Eskano calling from Broad Street.
Aiba, let's hear you.
Yes. I just call you to inform you that the government will finish against another government.
And
They are
so-
not coming up.
and so-
I'm supposed to tell you about only.
So another government will come, what should do
What will
now?
happen? You will be damaging your character tomorrow.
And listen, let me
For
say
younger
this to you
people.
today. Listen.
You have to be
Hey,
careful with yourself.
listen. Hello.
Open the land, let
Hello.
everybody talk.
Listen, let me say this to you. Let me say this to
Don't
you.
be biased.
Hello. If you're not listening to me, I'll cut you off.
Now you call me off.
Okay. The reason why some of you can say, let me say this to some of you, and this is not about bragging here. You can say it and say, oh, after the government, everything. Before this government, we were around. We are around. After this government, we'll be around. And when God help us, we'll also even be better than some of you. So don't gonna say after the government and everything. Oh, so you think say my own life, I just doing it, I don't get second or they say after the government. When people tell the truth, they can't say after the government. When your government was there, what did you do for yourself that you can survive on? Don't go sit down, you listen to the good to telling you can't say after the government. After the government, when the government go for 12 years, another government can will still be useful. Hello?
Good evening.
Good evening. Let's hear you.
I'm James Sobel calling from Okokoway.
You live.
I mean, don't use the radio station to silence the opposition. Be balanced. You are a journalist. Be balanced at least.
So are you using the radio station to silence the opposition?
Don't silence the opposition.
How am I silencing the opposition?
This is a radio that will tell you that whether George Weah is favored by the people or not.
No, but we support George Weah. So there's nothing wrong about it.
You are being biased.
Okay, go to the radio station that will not be biased, yeah? Hello?
Hello?
Good evening, let's hear you.
That foolishness you on the radio tonight will not even help you. Just continue to call.
And I way, hey, inside also. Y'all go to United Party Radio. Y'all go to your Bossman Radio. The thing about, hey, y'all will still listen. Y'all will still listen. You know, the good thing here is we allow you to talk. But when one says stupidity, then we'll correct you because we know of what you want to say. We control the show because we want the right message to go out to the Liberian people, our man and pardon that things they need to know. Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Hello?
You live.
Yeah, you know, they just feel that they will come to power. Yeah. They just feel that they can't do power, but you know, they're missing the map. That woman got nowhere. The well I was doing in Basango, it was done by the NGO, the American Press.
Yeah.
They don't want to do that well. Joseph Bogan got nothing on it.
Nothing.
That well was done by the American Press.
Nothing. You get it.
Nothing there. Here, in our country, you got nothing. Nothing can show down there. You just go there. The other time you go there, the poor have to go. You go camping. You say break like you put you live one block.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. That one here. Hello.
Hello.
Go ahead. Let's hear you.
So secretary, you will not. You just try. What's this?
All that thing you talking ain't going on air, brother. Say it back again. All that thing you thought that for you and your fumo, it didn't go on air. And some of your Jeff say your anyway, I won't say that one. Let me take both calls and everything. The show is on and Seku is hello.
Yeah, Seku.
Good evening.
How are you, my brother?
Go ahead.
They demon on mission tonight. And I shall see. They plan to spoil our show. So I want for you to take no funny information for them.
Sure.
If we hear them, if they won't call, let it call on Joseph or show.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Phil man will even have a show. I want to tell you that Joe Boga a Phil man, Phil politician, you'll be sitting on there. You own Hello. Hello, this person. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, morning, Seku. Oh, sorry, I know I'm calling from Australia.
Oh, okay, I know.
I'm Richard Yossi, I call from Australia this morning.
Okay, go ahead.
Seku, let me say something to you. You see the people that are supporting for Joseph Boakai, I don't want to call them opposition. People who supporting Joseph Boakai, they are blind people. They know the reality. They know the truth. But because they are so sentimental, because stupidity has taken over them so much, the sense of reasoning, they don't even have it. That's why today, when you talk about Joseph Boakai, people want to choke you. The thing we're forgetting for the last 12 years, calculate United Party Joseph Boakai 12 years of leadership to the 5 years of this government. Look at the tangibles, the achievements, the electricity, power and water. Compare it to that of the 12 years they have. And then they can compare CDC 5 years or 6 years with their 12 years. Are you killing me? You're being insane. You don't know what you're talking about. The other day I was listening to the radio and I heard one journalist called Francis Wola. We're doing our days when we are playing RT football. They used to be screaming on the radio. Then we were picking it. He was asking Clarence that he don't know the achievement of George Weah in Liberia, the contribution of George Weah made to Liberia. Let me tell you something, Seku. Why taking over that country is hit. It's hit. They don't want to see the native people that make progress. They don't want to see the young people that are trying to change that country. Their fear is when George Weah changed that country, the opportunity to come back to government position, it will be very difficult for them. What they say they for them for this time? They fighting for 2029. They know they can win this election.
And Joe Boga will be president in Wasonga. Even in Wasonga, the people say we're not voting.
Even in a grave, he'll be president.
Okay, my brother, thank you. Even in Wasonga, you listen to that old man say, hello?
Yeah, good evening, my brother. Brother, how are you doing?
Good evening, let's hear you.
Okay, my name I also we are the church from Bolo Nigotown, this evening, brother. Thank you for the analysis. You know, Liberian, I think we don't love this country. Yes, it seems to be that we love individual because we refuse to speak to the truth, on which when the truth is glaring. You know, the other said it. Why is it anytime some of our friends when they get on the radio, let me tell you, my brother, when he's speaking to the radio, when he's speaking, probably listening to you, be careful how you speak. Attacking Honorable Joseph Niman Bwakai, why you are done for local country?
Okay, so just tell me now, listen. Don't speak out of ignorance.
Yes.
Take your time. He agreed that you spoke out of ignorance, right?
Yeah, I listen to you. I listen to you.
Okay, so listen. I said you agree you spoke out of ignorance, right?
No, I don't.
Okay, so go away. Listen to me now.
Yeah, listen to you.
Just tell me what Joe Bwaka did for the people in Wasonga. I say hold on, Lofa, in Wasonga. I said tell me. I said tell me what he did for the people in Wasonga. You know more about Joe Bwaka, so I'm giving you the time. Use the time to tell us what he did for the people of Wasonga.
I'm not trying to base on what you have done for Lofa, what you have done for Moserado.
Oh, so what you basing on? No, listen now. And you see, sorry to say, don't sell your stupidity. Because that's what you're doing here. I ask you simple question. And you say, you know what, you're not talking about. What are you talking about now? You're talking about what they made in Lofa. You're talking about what they made in Moserado County. So Lofa and Moserado County not part of Liberia, eh? You left the line, eh? Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening, Brother. How are you?
Go ahead, let's hear you.
Don't matter, man. That thing they're doing, I don't care what they do. Joria will still become the president.
Mm-hmm.
Joseph Bwaka have not done anything for the people in Lofa.
Nothing.
They didn't do nothing. But this is why Joria went to Great Britain. They say in the bathroom.
The man laughing you. Hello. Go ahead, let's hear you.
Thank you.
You calling on restricted number? Why? Oh, they fool me and I go. Mama, you're funny too. How your number going blacklist? Check.
Yeah.
So your number on blacklist? Why? So you really won't get your own voice to be heard, eh?
Yeah, the question I asked the previous caller, we asked you that question, then I will explain to you.
No, you can't tell me what to do. Your time going or you need to answer. You need to talk with, brother.
Thank you. Mr. Sharif.
Call your name.
You know, the problem
Call your name. I mean, not being simple English. Call your name.
Sheikh Bigger Jr.
Calling from where?
I'm calling from District 12.
District 12.
Exactly so. I'm calling from District 12.
Do it quick now before your time finish, please.
Thank you. You know, the problem here is this. I heard you asking Joseph Bwaka after serving as vice president for 12 years, what he did for Lofa County. Something that you people...
And I narrow it down to Wasonga. You want to tell us what did he do for the people in Wasonga?
Okay, thank you. The service square, the service miles road near Wasonga, it was 100. So the 5% of it was contributed by Joseph Bwaka.
Did you listen to the interview we played for 2016?
From 2016, right?
Did you listen to that interview from the old man from the town in Wasonga?
I listened to it.
What did he say about some of the problems they faced?
I'm not coming, listen, Sharif, I'm not coming doing all what the old man said.
No, it's what... My man, I'm not talking about you think I come and listen to you. You that saying anymore. How many times you can go to Lofa? If I go to Wasonga, you think I come and listen to you? You looking at some other... Okay, so let's base it on what the old man said because he lives there.
Okay, let's agree and take it that way.
way, Mr. Sharif. But I
Do
would
you
like to say
agree
this to
that?
you.
Do you agree that when Vice President Joseph Boakai served this country, when he was receiving 200 plus million in his budget, and then you have for entertainment and that of our gates, 80 something thousand, the people in Wasonga were suffering for safe drinking water, no school, no health, and then people, government teachers were only 2. You want to agree with that?
Yeah, okay, thank you.
You want to agree with it, or you have a contrary view to it?
I agree, but I would like for you to give me the chance and let me talk. I
Oh,
think when
so
you're
meaning you,
talking, I
so
can
meaning you
listen
got
to
anything to say, right? You agree already, right?
Why you said about
Okay. Thank you so much. You agree. Thank you very much. At least you agree to what? Now you see, some of you will agree to all the things you say here. Hello. Good evening. In the evening, yo. Hello. Good evening, my brother. Hello.
Mr. Sharif, I beg you, don't do this tonight. It is not correct.
Good
Let's
evening.
inform the
Who
people.
is this?
Stop misinforming the people now.
Who is this, sir? But I mean, coming on station being on the radio here for us to do the show, man, my brother. Hello.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hey, I'm calling for I tell God for the talk. Oh, boy.
You're breaking though, my sister.
Into they are not washing.
Oh. Sorry, my sister. Hello.
Good evening.
Yes. Good evening.
Yeah, Mr. Sari, I just want you to allow something that we are when you playing football, he did me grand. What are you get building there, this and that? Thank you.
Thank you very much, yeah. And you asking him? Hello?
Mr. Sharif, don't do this tonight. Beg you. Let's properly inform the people.
Okay, so listen, what you need? You're big to never. Oh, Chef BK Junior. Check you change your number again. You take it from private.
My number is stay on private. My number stay on private.
Mama, mate, you really suffering to be on the show, yo.
Yeah, because I want to make my I want to
Oh, but you agree to what I just explained. So I just thought that you.
The reason which I agree with you.
So it means that Joe Boakai failed the people in Wasonga, is it so?
When I disagree with you, you will cut me off.
No, hello. It means that Joe Boakai failed the people in Wasonga, is it so?
I disagree with you that he failed the people in Wasonga.
What did he do for the people in Wasonga? Let's narrow effort to Wasonga before we come to the country.
Thank you. The 7 miles road near Wasonga was.
And I said to you, the people complain, the people that live in there, my man, these are all I want now.
Okay, why you say that the people complain about that thing over there, Mr. Sharif? Is this right? Now, when George Weah had 85 million, the house at rehab was in the was swimming in the
So
pool
you
of
won't
Denver
compare,
water.
listen now, you won't compare Joe Weah's success with that of Joe Boakai's success?
No, you're not George Weah's success. George Weah failure with a life of that of
Oh,
Boakai failure.
so listen, okay, listen. What is the success of Joe Boakai?
Thank you very much. The successes of Joe Boakai, not just one, but I would say to you, the successes of Joe Boakai as vice president, it is today the coin that he's sitting there, all what he's saying for, he's paying for a bill. It was brought in by the United Party-led administration. Joe Boakai
Okay,
vice president.
let me hold you there, please. Let me hold you there. Do you believe that government is continuity? Oh, you went off? BK Junior, I want you to call back. I'm ready for you now. I want you to call back. I got a few questions for you. Then I will take you back to what your man you defended what he said. BK Junior? Hello?
Hello, Tebu?
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Go ahead, let's hear you.
Yeah, this I see Mompon speaking.
From where?
La Party Zoo.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but Tebu, I want to have a civil conversation because I want to know what President Weah, because you guys said President Weah.
Hey, listen, this is what about you people, right? And we will use the means to beat some sense into the heads of some of the people that will be very difficult to learn. We discussed for 1 hour plus. We discussed Joe Boakai and giving you reason failures. Then you come and ask me. Then it brings me to a point to ask as to whether you can listen and you understand what you listen to on the radio. Are you can you ask me about the successes or why everything? If you talk about what this government has done, if I try to explain to you, you won't move from here to there. You're not moving from here tonight. Hello?
You asked me to call by, and I call you by.
BK Junior?
BK Junior.
Oh, my brother, you're a very good guy. Okay. And I asked you, I said, do you believe that government is continuity?
Exactly so.
Okay. So it means that Joe Walker, play that interview about Joe Walker. It means that Joe Walker, if he fails to continue what Ellen did, it means that he's not a good leader, isn't so?
For what?
But you say government are continuity now.
Government is continuity.
So, but Joe Walker say he doesn't want to continue what Ellen did.
Yes. He said
So he rare, right?
want to continue what Ellen did, right?
He rare, right?
I listen to it.
You know he was rare, right?
And you said...
I ask you now, he was right? He was right?
If he was right?
Yeah, you say government are continuity. Oh, but mommy, you confused too. Oh. You say government are continuity. Listen now. You say government are continuity, right?
Yeah.
Then Joe Walker say he won't continue Ellen, so that who government who he won't continue now? Simon, can you do?
Chief, allow me now. Hey, ask me a question. When you talking, I can be sure. But when I want
but
to
as you want to talk.
Different one. The reason for which of what JMB said you don't want to continue on the legacy of my Ellen, it is because the first thing that happened here is this. When after the 2017 election, before the 2017 election, first the mentor you say
a simple question I ask you, you can't answer. You say, "Oh, government are continuity," but they may say he doesn't want to continue the stuff of the government. And who you want to continue? It's simple that door.
Because of the past system, because of the past system, Eddie was going away.
Oh, okay. He was not part of it, right? Joe Parker was not part of it, right?
He was part of it.
Oh.
He was part of it.
So we should blame too?
Yeah, but you think we are going to
so then why should we give him the presidency again when he has failed this country for 12 years?
Thank you very much. The reason you should give me the presidency because even you yourself, when you want to blind and defend the wrong.
My man, I beg you, man. My man, thank you. Your time finished. Let me take another person. You're not saying anything here to convince anyone here as to this entire thing. Let me take this person. Sometimes you supporters of Joe Walker or other political institutions, you find it difficult to defend your people. Because they've not done anything to impress you.
Good evening, Secretary.
Good evening.
Thank you. I'm CRC Imana M. Topa Jr. And I join you from a resident into community this evening. Well, Sekou, this is why I admire you always. Thank you for your investigative journalistic skill. You always apply. I listen when you play the interview, even from JNB, the former vice president, own hometown.
Mm-hmm.
I listen to the interview. And because you're not just speaking, you are speaking with evidence.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't lie and see my whistle behind the river. But yeah, you are able to display the video, the audio, and say, I'm not watching through a video, but I'm listening to the audio. I have made it listening. So, if DNB received, I want to focus on the aspect of his budget.
Yeah.
If DNB received so much amount of money as vice president, during Manaseli for 12 consecutive years, a serious amount of funds. Why is it the former vice president could not even build, maybe 5 handfuls?
To go.
Or even the railroad out there, put some cross rack on it, and let it be possible. Or even, let's cement something, just do it for your people. Or uplift your president, whatever. I will get to your government, Maraceli. Worst of all, or best of all, you set over the legislature, you preside as the president. You preside over a deliberation. Could you influence the legislature, to
Ome is a failure. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Let me take another person here. Hello. Yeah.
Hello?
Mama, go ahead, man. I need to enter. Is it here?
Thank you. You asked me a question, but you refuse to allow me to answer your question. You asked me after...
Mama, they show you, Nana, your show. Why you coming be calling here, Babro Bao? I'm taking you off, man. What happened? You making it in the to say that me you having discussion that only you has brought. Hello? Hello? You making it in the load to say that me and you having conversation now. You just ready, you call. You called and I thought you what kind of man is so.
Yeah. Sekou?
Go ahead.
Yeah, you know, when the man during the senatorial by-election, when he carried out the banana to Foya, it was 1 o'clock in the night, no sleeping place, no get out to sleep. That man, all the year he married government, there is no get out, nothing in building. They had to go to Korahu, where Senator Poto, they went to go see Banana Jure and down the law. That man got nothing. They got there, they confused man. They got Joseph Waka, he went there, he said he broke ground for get horse. That get horse, no blind, you know what, one blind, you know what, they put calling for you to go there to build that get horse. Joseph Waka will be president, Joseph Waka will be president. Where you will be president? In Liberia, we here.
We ready, yeah, Baba. Hello.
Sheriff, I want an invitation from you. I want to come in your studio.
You pay. You didn't have free doing running here.
How much is it?
Come to the business office.
No problem. I will come there.
How you come and say you want invitation? We just pass around getting invitation to people. Our radio station running here, yeah. We're using fuel. We're doing everything. It's your on the radio, so you might know what's up. Okay, tomorrow we'll be back here on the show, Issues of Today. And I want to say this before I can wrap up. I've received a direct threat from Senator Prince Johnson. And luckily for me, because I was told, that was on yesterday, Prince Johnson sent someone to me. And the person came to me. They said some things to me, but I'm a person, there are lots of things I don't fall for. And I said what I could say to them. And they left, and they requested my contact. During the evening hours before running for the show, I received a call. I have his number in my phone. And so the senator called, and he started to make lots of threats, going to the extent he will use his supporters. They will come after me. He will curse me. And, he said lots of things to me. And that did not go down well with him. He also sent me the text message on his official number. Listen, as we move towards elections, these kinds of threats will not take them so lightly. There's something very serious. We know the history of Prince Johnson. We know what he's capable of doing. And we know what his followers usually do. And is it that we're going to be afraid to continue to talk about him? And like I said, I would talk about Prince Johnson all the time because I think that he has not done well for our country. And he's one of the major problems Liberia has and has continued to face and continue to battle. And people like Prince Johnson in any serious country will not see the daylight. And I also tell you people why Prince Johnson decided not to support the government. It is on his personal greed, not something to say, maybe of Nimba County. Prince Johnson feels that on his birthday, the president should have given him 75,000 United States dollars. And out of fairness, the president said he could not do it because he's doing more things in the county. So he could just give Prince Johnson 10,000 to go and celebrate with his people. It becomes a problem. But I'll tell you much more. I'll read you letters. You know when you hear Prince Johnson talking, say, the Nima people not in government, you what? Do you know that Prince Johnson was selling positions to Nimalians? I have letters where they may wrote the president or wrote other ministers in government asking them to dismiss Nimba people. I have the recording where Prince Johnson admitting that he formed part of a coup that killed a former president of a foreign country. And I have admittance of some things that is not in the public about Prince Johnson. Is it that I'm going to be afraid to release these things? Definitely I won't be afraid. I want you to know more. Some of you, we all know Prince Johnson is a killer. He kills a certain president. And when you say it, then Prince Johnson get angry. And it reminds me when he was having a conversation yesterday, some of the things he was saying. And he feels that he does nothing. He can't look at me and tell me, say, if I know, say, he did bad, I'm going to carry him to court. I get money, so I'm wasting my time on you, Prince Johnson, to carry to court for what? I can't carry to court. But I'll use my mouth that God gave me to talk and let the Liberian people know who you are. With all the good that the president did for you. This is how you pay them back. Then you say, oh, when I was CDC, they did not know that I fought war, that because I left from there and everything, blah, 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 blah. Now, there are a few things that Prince needs to know. Like I said, we are ready. Prince Johnson, if you are not careful, you might not even win the elections in Nimba. Listen, I'm speaking yet. Since Prince is going for the third term, he's going for re-elections. Have you heard any Nimbalians having a press conference to say, oh, we petition Prince Johnson or we want to carry Prince Johnson? If you've done something good for the people, like all other people now, you see, anybody that contesting in Liberia now, you will know about now because you see a lot of petitions, you see the people having press conferences and everything. Nimbalians are living in Montserrat County. Have you heard them saying that, oh, they're having a press conference to say they pledge support or they're asking Prince Johnson to contest? Or have you heard any youth group in Nimba County saying that, okay, we haven't want to petition Prince Johnson to contest and whatsoever? But I will let you people, Nimbalians or those of you from Nimba, to know that Prince has continued to use you people and benefit himself. He's enriching himself at the detriment of the people from Nimba County. These are things that Prince don't want for people to say. Prince don't want for us to say he can't do. Prince don't want for us to say he can't people in the place. How now when I say it? They think that history now. We got to talk it now. When you can't be talking to them, all kinds of things, then when we remind you some more, you won't get vexed. But you know, say Joe Barker said he will bring war crimes court. I will play you the interview. And he said Joe Barker like your friend. I will play Joe Barker interview. I have it where he said he will bring war crimes court in Liberia. So yeah, be there. Where you go, everything. So tomorrow we're going to be back here. My name is Sekou Sharif. You've been listening to the show Issues of Today on Voice of Liberia 104.1. Want to say thank you to the entire team here at Voice of Liberia. Those of you been wishing us all the best. Inshallah, we hope we'll be back tomorrow with the blessing of our parents. We'll be back tomorrow to continue the people's job. We'll continue to elect in the minds of Liberians as we move towards elections that George Weah is the best solution for Liberia. And don't allow the people to, the misguided people to tell you anything else. My name is Sekou Sharif, and we'll be back here tomorrow.
Do you want super fast and affordable internet?